All right, so we're here with OS trainers. We're gonna do a little demo on the ring. So we got two gray bands, one on a swivel, hook to the ring. We got ankle cuffs. So again, when you guys show up to the field, you'll have anywhere from 10 to 30 sets. You know, you could put 20 on this ring, put another 20 on another ring, have two people set up. You could have ankles on one ring, you could have wrist on one ring, handles, you can do upper body. The nice thing about everything we have, you guys, is simple, clip on, clip off. So you're not taking anything off of that. The only thing you'd be doing here is maybe using, all right, we're going to increase the load on the ankles. Let's use red. Anything upper body with wrist is all gray for sure. But, you know, the nice thing about these bands, you guys, is they stretch. I stretched them 28 feet. We only really train 10 feet. So you guys are just taunt. Why don't you guys both step back? Yep, ring will stay in the middle. And yeah, so to be honest, what I could do to help you out is I can just hook up on these and I can kind of demonstrate. So if you get the kids hooked into the ankles, there's two drills we'll do with ankles. It's stationary activation or plyos, agility. So we'll just start facing the attachment, which you are doing. Let me throw mine on. Now, a lot of the stuff we do with ankles is all balance and core. We're always going to be on one leg. It doesn't really matter if these are twisted or not either. I don't have a swivel, but I don't need one. All right, so everybody's going to back up a little bit more. If I had another person, it would be perfect, but it's fine. All right, so the first drill we'll do is just called leg pulls. So you're going to dorsiflex your toe. You're going to squeeze your quad. You're just going to pull back. Notice I'm not touching the ground. Squeeze your tummy and your tummy. Straighten your leg. Lock it out. And come back to the middle. Balance, hands on your hips. And just do that 5 times. And what you're feeling, you guys, is core, balance, and the opposite leg, which is this leg, should be tight. This is why I'm not falling over. You guys got to learn not to fall over. Yep. You want it straight. Yeah. Yes. So do 5 right, 5 left. Again, all you're doing here is getting kids warmed up on balance too. All right? And I always say hands here. Okay, after that, we're going to activate the hamstring. So you're going to pull back and you're going to heel up. And then return to straight leg. So it's pull, heel back. And try to keep your legs straight as long as you can. See? Get all the way here, squeeze your butt, and then pull your heel up. Because what that turns into is a cycle. Right. See this? It's like the treadmill. Yeah. She's not in the camera. I am though? Yeah. Don't do it for these, go to the inside. So you'll see what everybody does is you guys all have bent legs. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to teach rigidity, meaning squeeze, lock the knee, then pull the heel up. And you should feel 2 muscles fire. Glute, hamstring. Glute, hamstring. Okay? So those are called cycles. Donkey kicks would be third. You're going to start the kids high and you're going to push down and straighten your leg. Now this is skating. This is running. Let's try to get a straight leg with a squeezed quad and a squeezed glute. Remember, a lot of kids cannot squeeze their quad, which means they can't shorten this muscle to extend their knee. That's skating. That's running. That's jumping. So just overdevelopment of the hockey stride. Yeah, it's like funny how they can't. It's like everybody flexes your bicep. You know, we've done that a million times. Right. But you don't ever squeeze your quad. You don't think about it, or your butt. You should. Right. So that's what this is doing, is it's getting you to extend and squeeze your tush. What's that? I just can't balance on that. Yeah. But you see how your balance is really bad? It is. And but you'll learn it quick. See, my right leg, I can do it. Yeah. I feel like as soon as you get, how old are you now? 32. I think once you get over the age of 25, everything starts going down. 100%. And I've learned how to bring back. I might have to stop at the office and do these on my own to improve my Well, all you need even at home, all you need is 2 bands and ankles and wrists. And the workouts I have for you is like, it's game changing, to be honest. So this would be just those 3 movements facing the thing. Then let's turn to our right. Okay, so this is where you guys can do stationary abduction out. So just do a couple reps out, stay tall. And if that band is rubbing your leg, just step over it or move your body sideways like this. Just get it off you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like that.
yeah. Now, if you want to just warm up the hips, you guys, since these do stretch quite a ways, you can have the kids go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 steps out, 3 steps back, staying nice and low. And this kind of warms up your hips for you. You don't necessarily have to do stationary.
Right.
Now, to keep the rings equal, if I had another person, I would probably have everybody count in 2s, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1s go out and back, 2s wait, 2s go. And just do a cycle.
Yeah. Okay.
So 1s go first, I like 3 steps, and that'll keep that ring in the middle. Okay, then you spin this way. This will save time too, guys. If you just do 3 shuffle steps, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is actually just warming up the hips.
Right.
If you do want to do the stationary, I'll just quickly do it for you. It's abduction out and it's adduction in, which means you just bring your foot across your body, hold it like this. It's more balanced. You feel it in your hip. Okay, then we face out. This is going to be your hip flexors. So again, it's balance on one leg, elevate your knee up. Notice how I keep my foot under my knee. Do not tuck your foot under your hip. Get it out and hold it up in the air. 1001, 1002. Go back down, bring it back up, hold, 1001, 1002. So your hip flexors are usually they usually go pretty quick as we get older because we don't use them anymore. Weights don't do it. You can't target your hip flexors unless you do step-ups or bands. So I think it's important that you target hip flexors.
Sure.
And then the other leg would be the same. Lift, hold. I always like the hands on the hips the whole time. Make sure they hold it up in the air. Don't let them just do it. The whole point of the bands are stability, right?
Right.
So hold up. And then what we do is we go into a quad extension. And this one is, to me, really important. I'll do it from the side so you guys can see what I'm saying. You get the kid up here, and they have to extend and lock out. Hinge, hinge back, lock. So it looks like this. They always stay here. Extend, squeeze, extend, squeeze. Try it. It's extremely difficult. Not physically, it's mentally hard. Stay a little taller. See how you can't straighten your knee?
Well, that's just goalie. that's pure overdevelopment. I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
That
And just keep it up in the air. Yeah. Just keep it up. Just do this. It's like doing a leg extension at the gym.
Right.
Keep your knee up and just hinge. Straighten and squeeze. There you go. And you can correlate the squeezing of the quad to the extension of a stride. When you fully extend, what are you doing? You're squeezing your quad in your butt. So kind of put it in relation to what are we doing. And then we cycle. So we add the 2 movements together. Up, out, down. Up, out, down. Up, out, down. Up, out, down. Very deliberate movements. Knee flexion, up, full quad extension. Out, down. Up, out, down. And I would call it out. Say that. Up, out, down. Everybody hold your balance on one leg. Up, out, down. Hands stay on the hips, otherwise they do this.
Right.
So those are the movements I do for bend. Quick, 5 minutes, done. Now, if you want to do foot speed stuff, plyos, you can do 2 things. You can leave the ankle cuff where it is. You can pull it up to maybe mid, just a little higher. I do have shin cuffs, but don't even bother.
Right.
It's too. So what we can do, you guys, is this. 1s, cross the line 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2s, 10 times. Scissors, count your right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. twos, count your right foot. So you guys just do a couple of these. Face out, jump across the imaginary line 10 times. Good. Now, scissor your feet like this, and just 1, 2, 3, count to 10. Awesome. And I would do twos every other. And just do like 10 reps, super fast. Okay, now step across, right foot first. Count your right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count your left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are like ladder drills.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So then we do jumping jacks, stationary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we do right foot lead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, in and out. And then left foot lead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, Linz, walk over and grab that yellow ring. If you guys have anything like that, great. You don't need 40 of these, but you can use imaginary lines, work just as good. Just keep a kid out.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing, so I'm just keeping tension, but
Right.
anything like that works, okay? Single leg would be 1, 2, 5 right, 5 left. Yeah. Awesome. Anything lateral, I would just do double, like little, 5 or 10 and 10, simple. And then when facing middle, everybody face middle. This is tricky because your feet want to get pulled out from under you. So you need to stay kind of locked into the athletic pace. And let's just do 5 little hops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can kind of see where, put some more tension on those things. You can kick those out of the way. Then we'll do scissor steps like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Then step across, right foot lead. Step across the line. And then left foot lead, step across the line. And then your jumping jacks. And this is all in that video, and this is all on the booklet. So that's my little foot speed drill. Literally it's short, everything's less than 10, okay? So then when we're done with the quickness stuff, what you're gonna do, there's 2 things you can do. Take these off, but recuff them. Or put them around your wrist. You can use ankles for wrist cuffs.
Oh, you can just use them on your wrist.
You can. They're bigger, but it doesn't matter.
You might need to use the wrist for the itty bitties. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a secret to this called pre-cuffing. So if you put that through first, yeah, exactly, then you're good.
Smart.
So in my video, I talk about why wrist cuffs are so much different than handles. Well, whenever we lifted weights, we always would cheat with our arms. We would. If I was doing a pull-up, I would use my arm more than my back. It's just human nature to squeeze and cheat with this. So palms are always open. So the first drill we do is get the kids to, let's everybody back up a little bit. Okay, let's everybody get to the posture of shoulder blades back, chest out. Everybody, watch and check everybody's shoulders at their back. They're not this. Get everybody to engage their back. So I'll do sometimes palms up and just do some pulls and hold. Walk around the circle, make sure everybody's getting those shoulder blades engaged. Once you see that everybody's engaging, then go, okay, palms up and out. Always keep your palms open. And we'll do little arm circles forward, little ones. This is kind of fun to keep everybody working together so that thing doesn't bounce too much.
Yeah.
You could kind of go 1, 2, work as a team, teach teamwork. Okay, back, reverse arm circles, 1, 2. And you can also stand on the ring if you want to coach from the middle. So if you guys keep,
That's putting a lot of trust in these guys.
I know,
Too.
oh yeah. So if you guys I'll just stand on this. You get back up again. So you can coach from here and it keeps it down. Okay, then we're gonna do condors, which would be pinch, pinch, pinch. You're just squeezing your shoulder blades together. And again, it's hard because you're isolating and you don't need a lot of load on these, you guys. And then I go into Let's do high pulls, which would be above the head, and engage your trap, and then relax, engage, relax, engage. So I would do like 5 to 10. Then we're gonna go down here, reverse your palms. It's like swimming. We're gonna pull, shoulder blades back, engage your lats, relax, and come back. I also tell the kids, don't let the bands pull you. I want you to always be in charge of the bands, okay? Palms are open, you're pulling. And then from that movement, we go into a reverse alternate. So we go one up, one back, and really engage your back, one up, one back. And you can see how that back, it's all back. You can't cheat. If you had handles in your hands right now, you'd all be bending your arm and using your arm.
Yeah.
Right.
So then,
Because it's open-handed.
yes,
Doesn't allow you to do that.
correct. So then put your hands together like this, turn to your right. Okay, so that band press we did in high school or college when we took the red round band against the squat rack and did these, it's called a Pallouf press. So let's go straight out. Now see how the cords want to pull you to the middle?
Yeah.
You got to tell those kids, don't engage your core, and just do 5 push presses where you go chest out and don't let the bands pull you center. And you telling the kids, stay square stance, good knee bend. Yep, stay activated. Very good. And then we're going to go to, I do like a wax on, wax off, like Karate Kid type thing. Bigger little circles. I kind of go both ways each arm, and then I switch hands, wax on, wax off. And you always want to maintain tension on your upper body. And then we could do a delt raise with our right arm up and just do a nice slow delt raise. And you'd want to turn a little more sideways so the band doesn't hit you. There you go. So you would do the little delt raise, and then we would just spin to the middle and back, and then we would repeat that. I also want the outside hand under the inside hand. So you would do your band presses here. You would do your wax on, wax offs, and then your delt raise. And usually, Lindsay, I usually just do a little tiny one.
Oh, some do it too much.
You can do a big one. You can.
Full range of motion.
You guys will like.
Turn the picture.
Hey, trust me. Yeah, you will kind of make up stuff in the summer. You will.
Yeah.
You'll come up with your own stuff. So after we do lateral, then we go out. So now we're going to engage our core this way, and we're going to let's do little arm circles forward, little arm circles backward. And then you could do shoulder rotation. We can go big circles, really big. And then you do reverse arm circles, big. That's going to open up your shoulders. Now we're going to do a chest fly. So arms, you're going to bring both hands up together and then back slow. So it's like doing a chest fly. I like to touch my palms together. So you do like 10 of them. Then we're going to do a push-up. So get your hands like this, you guys. Literally push at an angle up until your elbows lock out. Hold them there and then come back slow. And this is where I would say I would work as a team. So everybody push, extend, hold, and then come back 1, 2, 3. Push, hold, 1, 2, 3. And the reason that's important is it keeps the kids engaging. Otherwise, they let the bands pull them around. So once I do those push-ups, this is where I get into the core stuff. So put your hands above your head like you're setting a volleyball. Okay. You're going to bring both hands down to your hips, palms up in the air, and then lift your hands up like this, like you're lifting trays of water up, and then back to your hip. Yep, there you go. And then go back down. So it'd be like this. You guys watch. I go down, chin high, back to my hip, and back up. Down, hands up, down, hands up. So it's wide. You're keeping your hands in front of your body. So if you want to make this harder for these kiddos, you do this. Okay, everybody pick your right leg up. Hold it. Okay, push, hold. Then bring your right hand only down to your hip keeping your left hand in the air. And do that movement up, down, and around. And then switch legs. Push up, push, hold, and then down your hip, up, down, up. So you can start creating this opposite leg. And I always do, so if my right leg's up, I'm gonna, or my left, if my left leg's down, I'm gonna use my right arm and the opposite. So you can go in, I wouldn't do that the first day, but you definitely can do that. And that's kind of what I do with the wrist. Now what's cool about it, you guys, if you think about it, you can kind of just take them, loosen them up, and just grab onto them. Keep them cuffed, and then grab them like this. Yeah. This is if you don't have handles. So now you can create, let's do some scap squeezes. Just rows. Get those shoulder blades back. Pull. Okay? Let's do some tricep kickouts. Let's do some bicep curls, alternating, nice and slow. So you can go through every muscle group, to be honest, and activate. This is what I'd use the handles if you had them. Let's do some high pulls. Up and hold, you know, engage the traps. And then you'd spin. You could do bench. You could do narrow bench. You could do wide bench. There's a video on my, it's tricep kickouts, chest flies, pec deck. All the pictures in that little book, that's what these are. And I have handles, but you can just save time and use these.
Which we'll probably end up doing because Jeff's a great way to figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just did basically ankles, wrists, and handles in like 20 minutes.
Wow.
While that was going on.
We're going to be able to use this really well, especially on rain days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then while that was going on, the other group was over here doing belts. So you guys put your belts on. Here's a belt. And here's a belt. Bless you.
Wow.
So that's the ring. Okay, so now we're going to do belt with. Okay,
Body remembers, Hannah. Your watch doesn't tell you that you're working hard.
that's right. So those are 2 sleeve bands, which are fine. We'll just do what I was showing you before. We'll use the red ones. 1 sleeve, 1 non-sleeve. So make sure this belt spins. So spin it. So spin it so that loop comes to the front of you. Yep. So that's what everybody checks first, is the loop that the thing is spinning. So make sure both bands are clipped to 1. You don't need 2 carabiners. Clip that to your ring. Clip this to your ring.
Oh, teamwork.
Yes. So you're gonna stand right here on the line.
Oh, both of us?
Nope, you're gonna go to that line. Okay, so. So make sure.
Such a thing as too loose on these.
No.
It's about the right.
Kids will keep playing with it, but it's not. It's fine. You're always gonna have attention on it. So use the lines. So if you have lines, if not, just use a cone. Put a hockey stick down. Put a whatever. But you're gonna be the fixed point while she does the drill, and then you're gonna be the fixed point for her. If you have enough room, you don't have to switch sides. You can just go that way, and you're gonna go that way. Now remember, you're not gonna break the band because it's gonna eventually stop. So why don't you just backpedal, walk backwards, just to show you where it stops. So keep going. You're fine. Keep going. This is gonna eventually stop. See that? Keep going.
I'm trying. Hurts my insides.
And you can go about 10 yards.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And then you come back. So make sure you put a mark down so the kids don't keep just banging into that thing. And just so you feel it, I want you to backpedal as well.
You'll absolutely have to do these on grass. Yeah.
Yeah, some kid will get, see, that's 10 yards. So come back.
I feel like that's longer than 10 yards.
Well, they stretch 12, but I say stop at 10. Okay, so now, now you're set. Now, if you have some younger kids, like 8-year-olds, I would just use the sleeve band, not the non-sleeve.
Okay.
So just take that off, okay? They're fine with one red. You don't need to use the grays. They're the really light ones. One red is easy enough for a kid. The black ones are just a little heavier, but you're good. Now, depending on what you're gonna do, my booklet has a sheet in the back that says speed belt training. Speed belt training, a lot of drills, 2 pages worth. Speed belt training. There it is, look at that. So, in the notes it just says 5-foot band stretch 5 yards, 10-foot band stretch 10 yards. But I would honestly just work in a 5-yard radius. So you know you're going one line and back. You're gonna go one line and back. Just trust that. That's enough tension. So forward sprints. So you'd face out. You would just sprint to the line and then just come back under control. So sprint to the line, come back under control. And you would have them do that 5 times, okay? Now this is just general conditioning, nothing too hard, that's good. Now you turn and you go 5 yards. And then back pedal under control.
Do we make a point to tell the kids don't put your hands?
Yes, good call. They're gonna wanna do that, okay? So you can do.
You can grab the belt, right? Just
Yep.
not this.
Another thing they do is they wanna play with the belt. The belt shouldn't do anything, it's fine. It's not gonna unslip.
Yeah.
It should stay loose. You should see like a couple inches of gap between your stomach. So it's sprinting, return, and begin and repeat. Just make sure when they come backwards, you tell them to stay low and don't. If they stand up, they'll probably fall.
Yeah.
So just stay athletic, okay? But then the next one would be back pedal out and then decelerate back. So I'm big on, I'm gonna get you both in here. I'm big on teaching deceleration right away. Don't wait, because decelerating is something we do in every sport. Hockey, we're in skates, but on the court and field. So you're gonna back pedal through the toes, and then the band's gonna pull me back and teach the kids to lower their hips and stomp their feet and come to a complete stop. I don't want them to cross that line.
Okay.
So back pedal to the line and accelerate forward and decel. Yep, and then do it again. Yep, and then you would do that like 5 times.
Pump your arms. Be an athlete.
Yep. Back pedal, decel. Yep. Then we'll do a combination. So turn face out. Face out. You're gonna sprint to the line, and then you're gonna decel, or you're gonna sprint like turn, and then decel.
Ready for it again.
Yeah. So run forward, spin, decel. Now back pedal. So you could do this. Okay. You could do that, or you can combine them all. So you're gonna run out, spin, decel, and then back pedal decel. So sprint, spin, decel, back pedal, decel. So that would be 1 rep, and you would do that like 5 times. We'll do that again. So sprint, spin, decelerate, back pedal, and decel. So that would be 1 rep, and then you would alternate.
Okay.
So that's a good one to work on every direction. Then there's shuffling. So there's 2 ways we shuffle. There's little steps and there's big steps. So meaning little, I want you to stay low, just push, quick feet, and then come back under control, and do it twice.
Always glove hands up.
Then face the wall and do it twice. Yep. And what you're telling them is push with the back leg, but notice when you come back, you're always decelerating. Don't let the bands win the race. So let's have you go then when she gets back. So shuffle out and shuffle back. Always under control. Notice there's no change of elevation. I don't want her bouncing around. And then face that way. Shuffle out. Shuffle back. Shuffle out. And shuffle back. Sweet. Okay. Then there's the big pushes. So we want to talk about extension and power and squeezing your butt and your quad. So, you know, I say stay low. I want full extension. Try to activate the leg, drag back. And then shuffle back under control. So you're trying to get him to fully extend that leg. Kind of like a stride.
Yeah.
Full pull. There you go.
There you go.
No change of direction. So let's see, try it. So fully extend that leg. Stay low, big push, big push. I kind of like to drag my foot because that shows me that I'm getting full extension.
Sure.
I kind of drag my toe back and then do it on the other side. If the kid's picking his toe up, that means he's not extending. It's a good workout, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
That little bit of load is like, wow.
Right.
So there was shuffles, quick feet, then there's lateral push, extended leg. Then we have crossovers. So if you face the wall, I want you to do right over left, like a hockey crossover. Yep. And then shuffle back.
Shuffle back.
Yeah,
Crossover.
correct. Yep. Then crossover again. Yep, left over right. Shuffle back under control. Yep. And again, you could do it 2, 3, 4 times each way. You can alternate each time. It's whatever you guys want to do.
Sure.
It's like, how tired do you want to get the kids, to be honest?
We want them to come back. That's what we always say.
You know, that's a good point. So I wouldn't like crush them on the first one. So then, now remember now, you can do, it's not a linear tool. It can be a lateral tool. So what I'd like you to do is I want you to sprint out. I'll just demonstrate. You're going to sprint out to the line, okay? Then you're going to shuffle to the left, staying on the line. Let's go. Let's just count 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and then back. Little L each way. You know, it's just remember you can go sideways as well. You don't have to just go straight back, straight forward. Yep. And then you can do the same. 5 yards is kind of a nice little area. Shuffle 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yep. And you could even go, you know, you could do all the way across. You know, you could
Right.
go all the way out.
No, we do this with cones all the time, so this would just be the added
Yes.
tension piece.
Yep.
Which would be great.
So that would be a sprint out, reshuffle, return. And then you could do, the last one is sprint out, crossover.
Sure.
So the cross,
Yeah.
and then you could even spin and turn and come back.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just mix everything.
right.
And that's kind of the conditioning piece.
Okay.
Then it goes into, okay, if you want to work on like starts, which would be sprinting,
Yeah.
okay. Let me show you. I'm gonna just, you guys get a drink.
Yeah.
Get a drink. Right?
Yeah, we try to minimize the bathroom refugees.
Yeah.
All